In a small coastal village, nestled between lush green hills and the azure sea, the locals lived simple lives, their days dictated by the rhythms of the ocean. Among them was a young fisherman named David, who was known for his unyielding faith. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon and villagers retreated to their homes, a fierce storm began to brew over the ocean. David, out at sea with his small fishing boat, suddenly found himself engulfed in towering waves and roaring winds. The storm seemed to manifest with unrelenting power, threatening to capsize his fragile vessel at any moment. As lightning tore through the sky and thunder rumbled with ominous intent, David clung to the boat's helm. With each passing moment, his hope began to wane. Yet, amidst the chaos, he cried out to God for protection, remembering the words of Psalm 91:11. For he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. Suddenly, above the howling wind and crashing waves, David thought he heard a gentle whisper, like the rustling of a soft breeze, carrying with it a sense of peace. "Fear not," it seemed to say, and in that instant, David felt a warmth that belied the fierce cold of the storm. In his heart, David believed that he was not alone, that angels, unseen but present, were watching over him, guiding his hands and calming his fears. Focused and assured, he began navigating the raging sea with newfound strength and purpose. Back on shore, the villagers gathered anxiously, peering into the dark night for any sign of David's return. In their prayers, they interceded on his behalf, believing in the divine protection that faith could manifest. Hours passed, and miraculously, as dawn's first light crested the horizon, David's boat emerged from the dissipating storm, battered but intact. He reached the safety of the harbor to the joyful cheers of his community, who praised God for his safe return. David recounted the experience, speaking with awe about the peaceful presence that had guided him through. "It was as if angels were steering me," he said, "sent by God to ensure my safe passage." The storm, a test of faith, reminded David and his village of the divine guardianship that accompanies those who trust in the Lord. Just as God sends his angels to protect us, faith empowers us to weather the storms of life, no matter how fierce they may be. As the villagers gathered for prayer and thanksgiving, they understood that in their moments of greatest fear, they need only call upon their faith and trust in God's providence. "Do not fear, for I am with you," a promise from God that resonated in their hearts, assuring them that they were never alone.